weed and feed. I'm going to put out another video here soon that talks about the difference in post and pre-emerge weed treatment, so be sure to go look at that video if you're not sure of what the difference of a post and a pre-emerge is. But I'm going to abbreviate with a W and a F. You can call that fertilizer, you can call it feed, and then the W is going to stand for weed treatment. So in a BZ yard, that's Bermuda zoysia, we do a weed treatment in the month of January or February. And the same thing in a centipede or St. Augustine yard, we treat those the same way, and there's a lot of reasons for that. We do a weed treatment in January or February. We traditionally have called that round one. So from there, they diverge. When you get to March, in April, we do a weed treatment, usually more in the April time period for BZ. For CSA, in March, we do a nutritional, which is not the exact same as fertilizer, but I actually am going to put an F there for simplicity. It doesn't have a lot of nitrogen in it, but it's really good for the transition period. It provides humic acid to build the soil, and it's got micronutrients. We can talk to you more about it. If you have a question, let us know. But we do a feed treatment, a nutritional treatment in March, and then in April or May, that's why you have this interesting box here, we do a weed treatment in one of those 2 months. You don't want to spray centipede St. Augustine too much. And there's even some yards that we don't even do an April-May weed treatment. We wait because you don't want to spray centipede and St. Augustine more than it has to be sprayed. But for yards that get weeds that time of year, every year, yes, we do that. In May, we do a fertilizer. In June, we do weed. In July, we do another fertilizer for Bermuda zoysia. In August, we do a weed treatment, post-emerge treatment. That's a post-emerge also. That's post and pre. That's post and pre. Post only, post only. This is a post and pre in one of these 2 months, and then another one right here. So again, these are every line is 2 months. Every 2 months. In the summer, you see it's every month for a Bermuda zoysia program. So that's the way we do it, and maybe that can help to understand, why are we coming every month? Well, one reason, or why are we coming as often as we do? We're trying to space out when the grass needs the fertilizer in May and in July, and it's a slow release. It lasts for 2 months. And then there's weeds that you can't prevent, and so that's why we come in June. Buttonweed, nutsedge, you can't prevent those weeds. You just have to let them come up and then come spray them. For centipede St. Augustine, in June, we don't do a weed treatment. In July, we're going to do a weed treatment. And in some yards, in August, I'll put a parenthesis here. Most every yard is going to need that July one. And a lot of them are going to need that April-May one. But not all of them are going to need that August one. And then same with Bermuda zoysia, we split that fall weed app. So you're looking at, some places we just do 2 treatments per year. We really try to customize it to what we know the yard needs and the customer also would like for us to try. So we customize our programs, but this is a quick run through to help just kind of give a brief overview of, we work on a monthly basis. We're very intentional and very specific with when we show up and why we show up. And so let us know if you have any questions about that. We'll be glad to help. See you next time.